I will scroll down now. Okay, so dito na tayo sa ating uh, file. By the way, can you share, can you see my screen and be photo natin? Alright, so thank you for confirming. So now let's have this one discussed this meeting for the presidential degree 957, or also known as the subdivision and condominium buyers protective decree. So why do we need to know this one? It's because we this code, no, is one of the guideline, no, for us architects to design an efficient and uh, guided, no, by our law, that we should have a uh, guideline for the design of subdivision and condominiums. So this one is this file is coming from architect Pedro Santos Jr. GP. So what does this covers? So it covers the, no, basically it covers the guidelines, no, for the design and and the design and the minimum codes for designing subdivisions and condominiums. So 957, the 957 also covers the medium cost housing and open market housing, which has different parameters, no, when it comes to the different sizes of houses, um, minimums and other things, no, which will be tackled on this topic. So under the subdivision, we have saleable and non-saleable um, lots, no. So what are these 70% saleable? Ito yung mga units natin. When we talk about saleable, those are the lots that will be going to be sell. For example, the number of units, no, in a subdivision versus the 30% na non-saleable. Those are the areas where you have your community areas like plaza, roads, parks, um, communal gardens, road networks, alleys, and other utilities, no, on a certain subdivisions. So when we have a parcel of land for subject for subdivision, so yung PD 957 natin mandates us to develop at maximum of 70%. Hindi pwedeng 100% of your lot will be uh, directly subdivided into saleable lots, or yung tinatawag nating units, no. 30% there will remain for non-saleable, like what I have mentioned earlier. The road networks, plazas, communal gardens, community parks, uh, multipurpose gymnasiums, and other non-saleable areas. So those are the things that needs to be um, keep in mind when designing a subdivision lot or plan. So so it's already discussed here or mentioned here that these non-saleable areas are parks and playgrounds, uh, community facilities, and circulation systems. Yung circulation systems natin, ito yung mga road networks, mga cul-de-sacs, and other utility areas that needs to have road networks. So yun yung mga non-saleable areas. For the parks and playgrounds, yung requirement natin is required for parks and playgrounds is mandated and required for a project of 1 hectare. 1 hectare yung area of development or more than that. No? So parks and playgrounds is a must for that. Then 3.5% minimum, no, is the parks and playground or 20 slots per hectare. So like for example, you have 2 hectares and 40 slots of housing units. So you need a minimum of 3.5%, no, of the certain lot area, and a maximum of 9%, which is 65 lots per hectare yung kanyang requirement for the parks and playgrounds. So parks and playgrounds must not less than 100 square meters. No? That's for applicable natin for a 1 hectare. Okay, so hindi siya dapat bababa dun sa 100 square meters na requirement for parks and playgrounds. So those are the things that to consider when designing the parks and playgrounds. Moving on. So this is the density versus the parks and playgrounds area, no, gross area, which is for the number of dwellings per hectare is 20 and below. You have to provide 3%, 3.5% of that will be allocated into parks and playgrounds. For number of dwellings 21 to 25, you have to provide 4% of the percentage gross area. So that's the total area required for parks and playgrounds. So this table 1 shows us the requirement for parks and playgrounds. Community facilities, these are the multipurpose center required for projects for 1 hectare and bigger. So, multipurpose center, pwede siyang maging basketball courts, refugees for a certain calamity, okay, and other things that mentioned for multipurpose usages. So these are areas for non-saleable. So hindi mo siya pwedeng patayuan ng saleable units, no, or housing units for that. So community facilities is required for those projects that has 1 hectare yung kanyang area or bigger than that. This is the table number 2, which is according to the saleable lots dwelling for subdivision projects for 1 hectare and above. So number of saleable lots for each dwelling. So you have a certain requirement, no, for kung depende kung gaano kalaki to project natin. Like for example, yung saleable lots natin or yung mga saleable units natin is 10 units and below. So you don't have to provide these specific community areas. For example, this one. No? So hindi pa siya kailangan on 10 dwellings and below na mga na subdivision unit. Pero if your lot has 100 units, 200 to 499, you need now a neighborhood multipurpose center. So, kaya siya, meron siyang mark na mandatory. Mandatory for non-saleable. I mean, this is the mandatory, no? Neighborhood multipurpose center. So, habang lumalaki yung ating mga number of saleable lots, meron siya um, corresponding no na requirement for our facilities no according to multipurpose usage. Take note of this one for 1,500 to 1,999 units. 1,999 units, you need to have a neighborhood multipurpose center, convenience store, and other commercial centers, elementary school, and tricycle terminal. So high schools are optional, saleable, and provided in the plan. The same shall be annotated in the table title. So same goes with the higher saleable lots. So check dito si neighborhood multipurpose, convenience store, and other commercial spaces, elementary store, school, high school, and tricycle terminals. And also for 2,500 and over. So those are the requirement no, then for facilities under the community facilities and other non-saleable areas for uh, subdivisions. Next is under this code, it's also discussed no the hierarchy of roads, which has something to do with the sizes of our subdivision lots. So for project sizes range 2.5 and below, under the open market type of subdivision, open market is yung uh, much more lower cost, di ba? So you have major, minor, motor court, and alley. So required siya for 2.5 and below na open market type of subdivision. For the cost, you also have major, minor, motor, and court alley. For 2.5 hectares to 5 hectares na project size, you also have to provide major, meron na siyang collector, minor motor, minor, motor, motor court, and alley, and also with the medium cost. So, and also for 5 hectares and above, 5 to 10 hectares, meron din siyang the same no, na hierarchy of roads for each open market and medium cost. And so on until you reach to above 30 hectares. For the road right of way width, we have the different types or width of our roads. No, for example, so 2.5 hectares and below, our major roads are 10 meters. No, 10 meters for the open market, and for the medium cost is also 10 meters, and the minor road is 8. So above 2.5 to 5, our major road will be 10. Our collector will be 10. I mean, our major road will be 12 meters. Collector road naman is 10 and our minor is 80. Okay? And for the medium cost subdivision, we have our major road na 10 meters. We don't have a collector road for medium cost which has 2.5 to 5 hectares, and our minor road is 8 meters. And the table shows the rest of our requirement no, for our row widths. For the motor court, yung motor court natin, road right of way, has 6 meters and the carriageway natin is 5. So same goes with our medium cost, and our alley is always 2 meters no, for the within lots no, for the access of your for your housing units. Okay. We have a note here. 6-meter service road, both ends connects to a minor road, shall be allowed for blocks not exceeding 60 meters. We have some road right of way width. For the major road, as a rule of thumb, it is 10 meters at minimum, and the minor road is 8 meters minimum. So, applies both medium cost open market. So, isa yun sa um, madali nating tandaan when we do our road networks for the road right of way widths natin. Okay, so there are also mandating for planting strips and sidewalks for the minimum standards natin for this topic. For the major road with 15-meter wide, under the open market, the planting strip will be 1.3 meters and the sidewalk will be 1.2 meters. For the medium cost natin is the same, also 1.3 for the planting strip and the sidewalk is 1.2. For the road width of 12 meters, yung planting strip natin is magiging 0.8 na lang, but the sidewalk will remain. Same goes with our medium cost subdivision. For a smaller type of road, which is 10 meters, we have the same kind of planting strip and sidewalk. For the 8-meter road, we have 0.4 na lang yung planting strip at yung sidewalk natin is 0.6. So, it means pag lumiliit yung ating road, it has a equivalent, okay, width also of our planting strip and sidewalk for different kinds of subdivision. Okay, open market and medium cost. And for the 6-meter na service road, optional na lang tong planting strip and sidewalk kasi masyado na siyang maliit for a two-way road network. Okay, summary natin for the planting strip and sidewalk. For a 10-meter, yung carriageway natin is 8 and the sidewalk is 1.2 and the planting strip is 0.8. And for the 8-meter road right of way, we have a carriageway of 7 meters, sidewalk of 0.6, and a planting strip of 0.4. For the minimum lot areas, we have two different kinds of subdivision, which is the medium cost and open market. For the single detached, yung medium cost area, units under the medium cost will be 100 square meters. And for the open market is 120 square meters. That's for the single detached. And for the duplex naman is 80 square meters. And for the open market is 96. For the row house, 50 square meters for the medium cost and 60 square meters for the open market. So, meron ba tayong image dito? Check natin. Okay, sige, meron tayong image. So, tingnan natin mamaya for a better visualization. So, minimum lot frontages. So, it means it's our frontage, no? So, single detached, yung frontage is yung lot dimension mo on your front. For a corner lot, under the medium cost, it is 12 meters. And for the open market, it's also 12. For the regular lot, 10 meters. For the medium cost and also open market is 10. Interior lot is 3 meters. And the open market is also for 3 meters. Duplex. For the duplex, it's 8 meters as well as in open market. For the row house naman is 4 meters as well as in the open market. So, siyan lang natin tong table na to for the design of our lot frontages. Okay? So, etong lot frontages na to will be based on the minimum lot areas, no, which is given to you in your single detached duplex and row house. So, ito yung kanyang representation. Okay? For the minimum lot single detached, you have 100 square meters for the open market. Tama ba? For the medium cost, I mean, and for the open market will be 120 square meters. So, 20 square meters difference for a single detached, which has a 10-meter frontage. No? As you can check here in your single detached regular lot. No? This one is a regular lot. Tama? So, depending sa type of your, depending on the location and the type of your lot, where it is being located. So for a regular lot, your frontage will be 10 meters also, and also for both medium cost and open market. So kung titingnan natin, 100 square meters minimum for a medium cost will be 10 by 10, no? Yung lot natin at minimum. And for the open market naman is 10 by 12. Okay, that's 10 by 12. And for the medium cost is 10 by 10. So that's the minimum lot area for a single detached unit for a medium cost and open market. So wala naman sigurong um, business oriented, no, na type of developer to have higher than minimum, no, kasi gusto naman nila na magkaroon ng maraming units for them also to cover all the cost and the everything, no, that must have a saleable, no. So yung pinaka ano kasi nila diyan, yung goal is to have more and more units. Kaya nag-create tayo ng code for have a minimum number or minimum area of each type of subdivision unit. And for the duplex naman, as you can see, we have 80 square meters and an 8-meter frontage. Kung titignan natin dito. For the duplex, medium cost natin is 8 meters and for the open market is 8 meters din for the duplex. But yung pinagkaiba nun is the minimum square meters of each type of subdivision. So for a medium cost, you have 8 meters frontage, which will be 80 square meters in minimum. So that is 10 by 8. So that is 10 by 8. Then for the, ano naman, and for the open market, that will be 12 by 8. So because the minimum frontage of that is 8 meters. So that is 12 by 8 for the open market. Minimum lot for a duplex uh, type of unit. Then for the row house, we have 50 square meters for the medium cost and 60, yeah, 60 for the open market. So that is for 4 by 12, 48, 13 by 4. So 12.5. Yeah, 12.5. That's 12.5 by 4 each unit, no, for the medium cost minimum lot row house, each unit. And for the open market, yung minimum lot frontage niya is 4 meters also. And yung dimension niya will be 15 by 4. To reach the 60 square meter minimum lot, no, for an open market. So, syempre, mas mahal si open market natin kaysa kay medium cost. Okay? For the block length, yung isang parcel of land, when you design, a uh, block, it should have a 400-meter maximum. Okay? For that, it will be divided into, it could be a single detached, it could be a duplex, or it could be a row house. So, uh, yung isang block na yan, it could be continuous, no? It could be continuous into 400-meter at maximum. So after that 400-meter maximum, you need an alley, no? So this one is an alley, which will be um, the one to determine where you should put, or where you should end your block, no? So that is 400-meter maximum for the block plan. Okay? So, ito pala yun. Sorry. Yung sa block length natin, uh, you need to have a alley for a 250 meters or more type of subdivision block, no, where you should have a provide, no, an alley for a certain subdivision block for 250 meters or more, or a cluster of maximum of 20 units per row house. So kung susumahin yan, it is a 100-meter length, no, for 20 units of row house clusters. Minimum floor areas for medium cost is 30 square meters, and for the economic cost is 42 square meters minimum floor area. Setbacks natin for a certain type of residential units. So, R1, yung pinaka frontage niyan for that certain type of residential dwelling, it will be 4.5 meters. R2 for the basic is 3 and maximum is 8. For the R3, the same. And for the R4, individual lot, it will be 4.5, and for the R5 is 6. So, depending sa type of lot, as parity of setbacks at front side. Just follow the table 8.2 for the minimum setback of building structures. Next is the condominium under pa rin ng PD 957. Minimum sizes of rooms. We have, as per mandated din to sa ating PD 1096, the room for human habitation has a minimum area of 6 square meters and a minimum dimension of 2 meters. So, hindi ka pwedeng bumaba sa dimension na 2, and it should have a minimum area of 6 square meters. So, kung susumahin yung minimum dimension mo, if it is 2 sa isang side, then the other side will be 3. So, that's 6 square meters. And for the kitchen is 3 square meters with a minimum dimension of 1.5. So basically, if your minimum dimension is 1.5, your other dimension will be 2, no? To have a minimum area of 3 square meters. The toilet and bath is 1.2 and the minimum dimension is 0.9. For parks and playgrounds, it's also required, no, for a condo unit of 10 units or more, okay, or a project that is 1,000 square meters or larger. So it's also required. It may be waived if the public park is within 800 meters in radius. Like for example, you have a lot here, okay, And maybe on the other alley or another lot, there's a playground here under the 800-meter radius. Okay, under the 800-meter radius, it is considered to be, if there's a public park, it's considered also or waived, no, on your project. Okay, so hindi ka na required to have a individual park, parks and playgrounds. Parks and playgrounds also is required for uh, 50 square meters yung require natin for 10 condo units. So plus 3 square meters for every additional unit. Like for example, you have 11 condo units. So yung require sa yung parks and playgrounds will be 53 square meters at minimum. No? So yan yung kanyang equivalent. So pag nagtaas ka pa ng number of units, so you are required a much more higher parks and playgrounds. So ganun yung kanyang code for that. And for the parking, follow pa rin yung National Building Code natin, which our units have a floor area of 18 square meters to 22, one slot for every 8 units. No? One slot for every 8 units. Yung pinaka-minimum. So you could add more than that. You could add more slots, no, for your parking. But the minimum is one slot for every 8 units. Off-site parking. Yung mga off-site parking natin can be considered if it is located 200 meters away or less from commercial condo. Ganun din, no? If your commercial condo has a off-site parking, no? Parking building alongside with your project. So this is your parking building. If that is 200 meters away or less from your site, can be applied as an off-site parking. That is for commercial condo. And if it's located naman, okay siya, pwede siya gawing off-site parking if it is less than 100 meters away from a residential condo. For the roads, we have a minimum of 8 meters, no? Minimum of 8 meters, 6 meters for the carriageway, and 2 meters for the planting strip. Okay. So this is your carriageway, which is 6 meters. And 1 meter for your sidewalk and planting strip. For hierarchy of roads, follow the requirements for subdivision. Areas for condominium, for the single occupancy, it is 18 square meters and 12 square meters for students. So this one is for bachelors. So for single and like for example, a young professional, no. So single occupancy, minimum area for single occupancy condominium is 18 square meters. Yan yung usually nakikita niyo on projects, no, of SMBC. For single occupancy, 18 square meters yung usual. Pero on the university belts, you could have applied 12 square meters as long as it is intended only for students. And for the family occupancy, we have 22 square meters cost and 36 square meters for 60 persons. So Tama. 36 square meters for medium cost. All right. So, that's basically the discussion about the PD 957. So, another discussion will be given to you next week for the BP 220. Thank you so much, and please stay put in our Google Meet.